TGON and AspMedia brings you Asphere's Cafe. The cafe is now open.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the cafe. Today is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, and yes, we are back with another episode on Asphere's Cafe. And you know what day is it? It's today. It's the Gaming Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen. So as always, I will be here to serve you the latest all of the gaming news and more on what's happening in the video game industry right here on the cafe. And we will be here up to 8:30 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. And unfortunately, for our fellow TVH Never viewers who are watching our catch up this morning, this will in fact be our last episode of Asphere's Cafe that you'll get to see this morning, because by next week our show will be transferred to a late night time slot. So if you wanna keep supporting us, be sure to catch our show every weekdays on TGON radio blog, that is at 1 a.m. on TVH network starting next week. So yes, Asphere's Cafe will be transferred to a late night time slot via TGON radio blog starting next week right here on TVH network. But again, if you want to continue supporting us, you can check out our YouTube channel, that is at Asphere's Cafe AspMedia, where you can find on-demand episodes that we have recorded or that we have streamed in the past, so you won't miss out. Alright, without any further ado, now let's start with our gaming cafe right away, and that is we will be heading over to, you guessed it, getmasu.com. So let me get my screen share up, if you can give me a moment or two. Okay, we are now in, and now let's start our gaming cafe for real this time. Alright, our first stop we have is Kingdom's Return Time Eating Fruit and the Ancient Monster, showing its new gameplay trailer, new details, and new screenshots. So this is coming from Getmasu. Inti Creates has released a new trailer, information, and screenshots for Hyper 2D action and strategy game Kingdom's Return, Time Eating Fruit, and the Ancient Monster, detailing the game loop and progression. So if you're curious what this game is about, well, they have the details to share, and we will be reading to you right here. Kingdom's Return is an action RPG where players must adventure to restore their fallen kingdom, collect materials in 2D side-scrolling adventure stages, then use them in the strategy part to build your city as you see fit, empowering your characters in the process. Choose from one of 4 characters: Emperor, Alchemist, Wizard, or Z-Bangu, and set out on adventure through a variety of action stages. Collect the materials here you'll use to build up your kingdom, placing buildings that buff your character stats. Then set out again to conquer even more dangerous stages until the bosses are afraid of you. So that is what you guys can expect on how this game works and how the story will flow. So here are your first look screenshots. So basically, this is a sequence where you can accept missions. If we go to the next one, you have mission details as well, and this is your acceptable screenshot showing medicinal essence, and you have your target dungeon, recommended level, and then you have your clear requirements and your rewards. And basically, they're telling you what is this mission about. If we go to the next screenshot, this is how the gameplay looks like, and pretty much it looks like a pixelated or say 8-bit style game from what I'm saying here. If we go next, if there's another one, yeah, welcome, and then you would like to take a mission? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same bit. I might be wrong, but yeah, you have your various gameplay screenshots right here, and then basically showcasing the attack mechanics right there. And what you can do is you can even obtain items too while you're attacking against an enemy. Pretty cool. We go to the next one. When you once you found the place, you get this. There it is, Arca Forest. And then basically they do have a stage levels right there. Interesting. And once you are done with a battle, you get results like this. And if you and you can even get the level up as well. Pretty nice. And you can even check your character stats too, right there. And I don't know, it's the same thing. Oh, I guess it's a little bit different, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it really differs, as you can see. So this is level 1, and this is level 2. It's basically what you guys can expect how it looks, right? Okay, and then you have your class circle. I am pretty sure that's where you can acquire skills there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm saying on the bottom right is where you can set a skill to. And then you get that. And of course, there are so many to talk about, which I'll just play the gameplay trailer later. But you can see you have the gameplay titles, and basically this is what you do. To solve the mystery behind the kingdom's ruin, take on missions and set up for adventure. Explore the world and you'll see monsters roaming around. You can either avoid them or seek out battles aggressively. By battling monsters, you will earn materials to use back at your kingdom. Defeating enemies will also earn you experience points, raising the level of your adventure. Leveling up will increase your parameters and make you stronger. You will also earn CP to spend on your class circle to unlock new abilities. Succeed on your mission and you can take your hard-earned materials home with you safely. In the strategy part of the game, use the materials you have gathered to build structures and restore the kingdom. Even from a lowly start, adventurers will get stronger and stronger by restoring their kingdom and adventuring. Raise your levels on missions and set out on new adventures. Depending on how you build the kingdom and take on requests from residents, you can even change the ending of the story. That's how you guys can expect with the gameplay. Now, actually, before I play the gameplay trailer, I want to check if any of my live stream audience are watching my show right now. So let me just double check, and we'll head over to my channel real quick. Let me check my channel. Okay, so far no one is watching my live stream at the moment, but I will be checking your live chats as much as possible, because I promised to myself yesterday that I will be reading your live chat. So don't worry, I will get my live chat up right now. Let me just pop the chat out from my how do I call this, not alternative browser, but other browser, so I can read your chat. So yeah, don't worry, I'll be reading your chat as far as we go. Okay, now back to the topic. We will be playing the gameplay trailer on what you guys can expect for Kingdom's Return, Time in the Fruit, and the Ancient Monster. So how long is this? Well, it's around 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Now, let's watch this. And by the way, this is in Japanese only. They don't have, I don't know if they have English subtitles though. Oh yes, they do. Okay, so we will have an English subtitles on for you. But yeah, here is the full gameplay introduction trailer on what you can expect with this game. Let's roll the VDR.
僕らのキングダム時はむ果実と古の魔物ゲームシステムの紹介。ある日突然謎の崩壊を迎えたアルマシア王国。その謎の究明のためミッションを受注して冒険に出発しよう。冒険ではフィールドを歩き回りミッション目標へと進んでいこう。フィールドではモンスターのシンボルが徘徊している。避けて進んでもよし、積極的に戦うのも自由だ。シンボルエンカウントした場合はその場に生息するモンスターを一掃すると戦闘終了だ。ミッション目標を見つけたらそのダンジョンに潜入しよう。敵と戦っていると経験値がたまり冒険者がレベルアップすることがある。 レベルアップで CP を獲得するとクラスサークルで冒険者に技能を習得させられるぞ。無事に目標を達成するとミッション中に集めた素材を持ち帰ることができる。集めた素材で施設を建造し自分の王国を復興させていこう。冒険者は最初は弱くても王国の復興や冒険を繰り返すことでのレベルアップでステータスを強化できる。冒険者を育ててミッションをこなし新たな冒険へと向かおう。王国の復興や住人の依頼をこなしていくことで物語の結末も変化するぞ。積極冒険も全力復興もありありの王国復興アクション。僕らのキングダム時ハム果実と古の魔物は2026年4月23日に発売予定。同日に Nintendo Switch、PlayStation 5対応のパッケージ版も発売予定。パッケージ版には DLC アームドブルーガンボルトキャラクタースキンが漏れなく付属。パッケージ限定版には設定資料集、サウンドトラック、アクリルキーホルダーを同梱。パッケージ版の予約特典は書き下ろし A4 クリアファイル。各販売店の特典もチェックだ。インティクリエイツ。
Alright, that is the entire gameplay introduction trailer that you just saw. And yes, you just saw there is in fact pre-order bonuses when you get the game. So let me just show it to you again what you will get. So actually starting with this part, PS5 and Nintendo Switch along with the Nintendo Switch 2, just Nintendo Switch 1 will be getting physical copies of the set game, while the Nintendo Switch 2, if you own the Nintendo Switch 2, at least you get a free upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 version, so at least there's that, so that's good at least. And as for the physical copies of the set game, well, it includes the DLC Asphere Striker Gunvolt character skin, which is a nice bonus. And as for the pre-order bonuses, or I should say limited edition, you will have a bonus art book, soundtrack, and art click keychain. So that's what you will get in the limited edition. And also you will get an exclusive A4 file folder when you pre-order the physical edition before the game, ahead of the game when it comes out, or I should say ahead of the release date before the game comes out. And finally, you also get a bonus artworks as well, or what they call it, store bonuses. So yeah, they do look pretty cute. I would admit. Yeah, they look really cute. If I'm going to be honest. Oh man, the bonuses look pretty. I can say this one. But yeah, that is the Kingdom's Return, Time Eating Fruit, and the Ancient Monster. Now we know that the game will be coming out this April 23, and once again, when you get a physical copy of the Kingdom's Return, Time Eating Fruit, and the Ancient Monster, you will get a DLC, which is a plus. I'm just gonna double check. I'm just gonna fact check this. Yep, there it is. You also get a DLC out of the box that is once again called Asphere Striker Gunvolt character skin. So that is a good way to include a DLC in a physical copy. Nice one. But yeah, that is the set game that is once again Kingdom's Return, Time Eating Fruit, and the Ancient Monster. What are your thoughts on this game? Let us know in the comment section down below. Okay, so before I actually continue, let me just check the chat. All right, so far no one is interacting in our Discord chat at the moment. All right, we're moving on to another round of, or should I say, moving on to the next gaming headline. Yes, Arc Knight's Enfield is now out. That's right. Arc Knight's Enfield is now available for PlayStation 5, PC via its official launcher, and Epic Game Store, iOS via App Store, and Android via Google Play. That was according to Graphline, who is the publisher of the game and the developer Mountain Contour. So, to celebrate the game's launch, players can claim various rewards, including sign-in bonuses and milestone rewards equivalent to at least 135 pools across different bettors. So, you get these when you play on day one. So you get for the main missions, you get 4 New Horizons HH-10 permit, 40 basic HH permit, 4,000 Auto Pearl, creative weapon supply, cosmic voice issue cert, 20 basic HH permit for pre-registration milestone to those who pre-register the game. And for the sign-in event, that is Chartered Hand Hunting, you get 5 Firewalker's Trail HH permit, 5 Messenger Express HH permit, and 5 Spectral Splendor HH permit. And finally, for the beginner sign-in, and you get Ardelia, and basically it has 6 stars, if I'm not mistaken, and you also get Dreams of the Starry Beach. Nice, right? So, this is what Graphlight co-founder and director Light Xeon said in the press release. Reading quote, "Bringing the Arc Knight's IP into a 3D space is a huge milestone for me personally. Making that leap from 2D to 3D is no small feat as a developer, and from the start we knew we didn't want to make something that felt like everything else out there. Instead, we leaned into what we genuinely love playing ourselves, factory automation, and committed to seeing that idea through. It took a long time and a lot of hard work to turn that obsession into the Enfield you're seeing today. I believe people support our games because they can feel the quality and the heart behind them. I hope you enjoy the experience, and I look forward to hearing your feedback as we continue shaping the game together." End quote. That's what Lion Xeon has said in his press release, and yeah, congratulations to Light Xeon and the rest of Graphline team for successfully launching Arc Knight's Enfield, and I wish all of you will have a great time playing it. And to those who are playing the game right now, I want to hear your thoughts. Is the game worth playing? I have actually yet to play Arc Knight's Enfield, but again, I don't have enough storage to play, unfortunately, and also my phone is basically potato specs right now, and in was that my main phone broke because I accidentally broke the display, and now I'm stuck with the potato spec phone. So till then, I won't be able to play this game, but I will be looking forward to playing this game in the near future. So yeah, we will see if Arc Knight's Enfield is worth playing, but I will leave it to other gacha YouTubers to decide on that. But anyway, let's know in the comment section down below on your thoughts on Arc Knight's Enfield. And we have one more before we take a commercial break, and that is Fantasista Asuka. And yes, it's just the anime ghost playing soccer. Very funny. But anyways, so the said game will launch for Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam on February 12 for $20 and 2,480 Japanese yen. That is according to a developer Quri8. If that's how I pronounce it, I don't know. But anyways, so this is what the game is about. Become the coach of a women's soccer team and lead them to victory. In this real-time soccer sim, play as the coach of a women's soccer team tasked with guiding your eccentric players towards victory. Gameplay for matches is simple and approachable, consisting of quick-time events. Unlock new players and power up your team by winning heated matches against your rivals. In addition, look forward to some mind-blowing rules you definitely won't find in a real soccer match. Draft your convention-busting team dream and shoot for the win. And as for the story, this is we will read the story. What can players expect with the story of the game? A chance encounter brings together Daisuke Osora, a coach with ambitions to train a Japanese women's soccer team that can compete on the world stage, and Asuka Tenma, a player from the bottom-ranked soccer club, the Golden Bulls. Seeing potential in Asuka, Daisuke decides to coach for the Golden Bulls. I will guide you from the weakest to the strongest. From that one chance encounter, from that one promise, Asuka and her teammates' fates begin to change. The bottom-ranked team's miracle run. Strap in for a soccer underdog epic filled with passion and perseverance. And you have a various system on how that works, which I'm not gonna read it. I'll just play the video for you later. But for now, in the meantime, we will skip to feature comparisons section. Now, yes, there are some differences, again, because they are concerned with the censorship, and that's why they have differing versions, if you know what I mean. Alright, so for Nintendo Switch, uniform exchange illustrations, amount of skin showing will be small, while the PC will be large. Same for the uniform destruction illustrations. Now for the gameplay, Gematsu has uploaded the video of the Fantasista Asuka. I'm not sure if their own YouTube channel has one, but luckily Gematsu has uploaded a trailer already. So I will be careful because I might be concerned that this might be a little bit suggested, but anyways, without any further ado, I don't see anything wrong here, so yes, we're good. So here is a little bit of a gameplay on the Fantasia Asuka. Let's roll the VTR. As you can see, there's no sound, but this is what you guys can expect with as you can see, once again, there is no sound in the trailer, but you can see how the game works. So basically, it's just your side scrolling, from what I am seeing here. So, and this is not too special in my opinion. And also, if we go skip to that section, yeah, as you can see, you can even choose one there, and also how that works. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, and you also have the visual novel style sequence on what they're talking about right there. But yeah, other than that, that is pretty much the gameplay trailer, or just say a little bit of silence, or a full silence trailer of the game, but of the game trailer. But either way, the gameplay looks alright. Well, it's not as gonna be as good as the other football games, but this is more focused on female anime characters, and this take is pretty interesting. So that is Fantasista Asuka, that is set to launch next month, February 12th. What are your thoughts on this game? Let us know in the comment section down below. It is now 6:58 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and we will now be taking a commercial break. So in the meantime, once again, shout out to all of you, our Discord audiences who are part of our coffee today. We got Zalia, Reggie Jr., and Tor Razor. And again, thank you all for stopping by, and hope you all can enjoy my presentation of how I report the gaming news. So in the meantime, we'll be right back. But in the meantime, our fan-made sponsors, we have Dell Sound, Asphere Appliances, Dream Cards Pizza, Kapinoy Coffee, Central Simplus, Melody Mart, and Always Grocery. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back after these messages. So stay along with us right here on Cool FM and As Radio. We will be right back. Welcome back to the program. It is now 7:10 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and now let's continue our gaming cafe right here on Asphere's Cafe. Okay, so let me get my screen share up once again. If you can give me a moment or two. All right, so we are off to the second round of our gaming cafe, and now this is very important to talk about. It looks like Ubisoft has canceled Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake, and along with other games as part of the company-wide reset. And why are they doing things? Well, Ubisoft is aiming to reclaim creative leadership and restore sustainable growth, which we'll get that in a second. So this is coming from Getmasu. Ubisoft has cancelled 6 games as part of a thorough review of its content pipeline, including the 2026 due Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake, 4 unannounced titles, 3 being new intellectual properties, and a mobile game. Along this, Ubisoft has said it will allocate additional development time to 7 games in order to ensure enhanced quality benchmarks are fully met and maximize long-term value creation. This includes an unannounced title originally planned for release in fiscal year 2026 that has now been delayed to fiscal year 2027. Well, all of this is part of a major organization, operational, and portfolio reset at Ubisoft that aims to reclaim creative leadership and restore sustainable growth. The reset includes canceling and delaying multiple projects, closing or restructuring studios, accelerating cost reduction, and resetting short-term financial expectations to prioritize long-term quality, profitability, and cash generation. So let's read their full press release on why they're doing this. So Ubisoft announces a major organizational, operational, and portfolio reset to reclaim creative leadership and restore sustainable growth. Today, Ubisoft announces a major organizational, operational, and portfolio reset designed to reclaim its creative leadership, regain agility, and drive a sharp rebound, renewing the group's trajectory toward sustainable growth and robust cash generation. This will be delivered through 3 main pillars: a new operating model, a refocused portfolio with a meaningfully revised 3-year roadmap, and the right sizing of the organization. Ubisoft's strategic decision to undertake this major reset is driven by the continued shift toward a persistently more selective AAA market and an increasingly competitive shooter landscape, combined with the growing challenge for publishers to create brands in a context of higher costs. Nevertheless, when successful, exceptional AAA content has more financial potential than ever. While last year's progress with its production processes translated into improved levels of quality for Ubisoft games in 2025, today's market environment requires that the group step changes how it is organized and operates with a view to delivering exceptional games quality at more competitive costs. Against this backdrop, today's announcement introduced a radically new value creation model: a more gamer-centric organization structured around creative genres, relying on integrated business units with faster, decentralized decision-making and a greater ability to quickly adapt to players' expectations. This transformation will be supported by a right-sized and more agile organization, delivering improved structural efficiencies over time. The new operating model will further empower the execution of the group's strategy, centered on open-world adventures and GaaS native experiences, or, well, if I have to guess, GaaS, meaning game as a service. I don't know if I'm right, but anyway. Supported by targeted investments, deeper specialization, and cutting-edge technology, including accelerated investments behind player-facing generative AI. All right, so this is what the founder and CEO of Ubisoft has to say. That is Yves Guillemot. Quote: "On the one hand, the AAA industry has become persistently more selective and competitive with rising development costs and greater challenges in creating brands. On the other hand, exceptional AAA games, when successful, have more financial potential than ever. In this context, today we are announcing a major reset built to create the conditions for a return to sustainable growth over time. We are transforming Ubisoft's operating model to produce exceptional quality games on the 2 core pillars of our strategy: open world adventures and GaaS native experiences." At the center of this transformation are creative houses, integrated business units now combining production and publishing and therefore unifying the gamer relationship. Each one is built around a centered genre and brand focus with full responsibility and financial ownership led by dedicated leadership teams. It is a radical move, relying on a more decentralized creative organization with faster decision making and best-in-class cross-functional core services supporting and serving each creative house. To put the creative houses in the best conditions to succeed, we decided to refocus our portfolio with a meaningfully revised 3-year roadmap and accelerate our cost reductions initiatives to right-size the organization. We will discontinue several projects currently in development and provide additional time to certain games to ensure enhanced quality and maximize long-term value. We will also selectively close several studios and continue restructuring throughout the group. While these decisions are difficult, they are necessary for us to build a more focused, efficient, and sustainable organization over the long term. Taken together, these measures mark a decisive turning point for Ubisoft and reflect our determination to confront challenges head-on to reshape the group for the long term. The portfolio refocus will have a significant impact on the group's short-term financial trajectory, particularly in fiscal years 2026 and 2027, but this reset will strengthen the group and enable it to renew with sustainable growth and robust cash generation. Ubisoft is entering a new phase, one designed to reclaim creative leadership and build value for players and stakeholders over the long term. End quote. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the full statement from Yves Guillemot, who is a founder and CEO of Ubisoft. Now we're not done just yet. We still have more to go through. So this is how the new operating model will be. So yeah, let's continue. Ubisoft's new operating model will be structured around 5 creative houses. These will be supported by a creative network providing developer resources, shared core services, and the reshaped HQ, or headquarters. This new organization will start operating early April. By simplifying the organization and placing creative and financial accountability closer to where value is created, the group is strengthening its ability to innovate and execute with greater discipline, flexibility, and speed. The new model will allow Ubisoft to better deploy its creative and technical resources on a refocused portfolio. To support the effective implementation and operation of this new model, the group also intends to return to 5 days per week on site for all teams, complemented by an annual allowance of working from home days. This evolution is intended to strengthen collaboration, including constant knowledge sharing and the collective dynamic across teams. In-person collaboration is a key enabler of collective efficiency, creativity, and success in a persistently more selective AAA market. At the heart of this reset is the new and decentralized operating model structured around 5 creative houses. These integrated business units will feature 3 major changes. 1, they will combine game development and go-to-market functions with a gamer-centric approach and be fully responsible for brand development, content strategy as well as editorial direction. 2, they will be shaped by distinct creative genres led by dedicated high-profile, incentivized teams with a unique set of expertise in those genres. And 3, they will have full financial ownership and account for economic performance. They will be driven by clear objectives and guiding principles. A gamer-centric approach shaped by a unique set of skills and expertise towards a district creative genre, and a dedicated leadership team incentivized for long-term cash-generating revenue growth. Each creative house will be organized around a distinct creative genre and designed to concentrate deep expertise in specific types of player experiences. Each creative house will be responsible for fully owning the gamer relationship, developing must-play experiences for specific audiences, and engaging player communities earlier and consistently throughout the development process. Now, they have CH1, they have CH2, they have CH3, CH4, and CH5. Let's start with stage 1, and that is Vintage Studios, which is focused on scaling and extending Ubisoft's largest and established franchise to turn them into annual billionaire brands. And for the brands I've mentioned are Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. For CH2 is dedicated to competitive and cooperative shooter experiences, which includes, and for the game brands leading by CH2 includes the following: The Division, Ghost Recon, and Splinter Cell. CH3 is designed to operate a roster of select sharp live experiences, and CH3 will be in charge with its following games: For Honor, The Crew, Riders Republic, Brawlhalla, Skull, and Boats. CH4 is dedicated to immersive fantasy worlds and narrative-driven universe, and here are the aforementioned brands: Anno, Might and Magic, Rayman, Prince of Persia, and Beyond Good and Evil. And finally, CH5, which is focused on reclaiming position and casual and family-friendly games. And here are the aforementioned brands: Jet's Dance, Idol Miner Tycoon, Catch Up, Hungry Shark, Invincible, Guarding the Globe, Uno, and Hasbro. In addition, there are 4 new IPs currently in development, including March of Giants. Ubisoft will communicate on their respective creative home at a later stage. Each creative house will benefit from dedicated leadership with a clear creative mandate and accountability. These leadership teams will include high-profile talent coming from the industry. They will be tasked with attracting and developing top-level specialist talent and supported by incentive schemes aligned with creative success, player engagement, and long-term value creation. And finally, each creative house will have end-to-end responsibility for its portfolio, overseeing the full creative and brand scope from development to publishing, consisting of brand, marketing, and sales go-to-market strategy. They will also be financially accountable, both in terms of P&L and cash generation. This structure will sharpen strategic focus, reinforce execution discipline, and ensure that investment decisions will be taken closer to where value is created. The model also enhances visibility into development pipelines, milestones, and key risks, supporting more informed decision-making throughout development cycles. So, this is looking good for Ubisoft, and I'm happy to see that Ubisoft is finally taking the right step in the direction. Ubisoft is finally taking the right step in the direction to reset the whole company and go back where they were once used to be. So actually, I am looking forward to a complete reset of Ubisoft. I just hope they don't screw up anymore. I mean, who knows, because they're a massive AAA developer, but again, anyone can doubt about Ubisoft, EA, or any other AAA developers, but with this direction going forward, I am amazed. They are actually willing to go back to square one and find new ways on how they can regain trust. So this is a good start. Okay, this is a good start. Now we're almost done here, so we're almost done reading, and we need to keep explaining. So the group will set up a streamlined organization designed to serve all the creative houses while preserving skill benefits and reducing complexity. The new organization will be composed of the Creative Network, which will bring together a powerful set of studios providing best-in-class production capacity and cross-functional creative expertise serving the creative houses. Operating within a structured project-by-project collaboration framework, the Creative Network studios can deliver both co-development or end-to-end mandates under the strategic direction of each creative house. And core services, providing the backbone of Ubisoft's ecosystem and acting as an enabler for the creative houses and the Creative Network. They will focus on delivering scalable technology, production capabilities, and operational excellence across the group, and will notably be responsible for production services including production standards and tools, localization, playtest, game analytics, and quality assurance, quality control. Technology and infrastructure including game engines, online services, Gen AI initiatives, IT infrastructure. And business operations and services including media planning, execution, influencer and direct-to-player capabilities, pricing and distribution management, customer support. So there you have it. I have to admit, they're really moving to the right direction for Ubisoft, and so far so good. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to say I am very happy to say that Ubisoft is going, once again, as I said before, going into a complete reset, and I hope they will go back to once as they were day one. But again, people are still gonna doubt it about Ubisoft because I'm pretty sure they may not take it seriously, which is what I kind of expect to. But again, I genuinely hope that Ubisoft starts to go into complete restructure and put the company and put the company's trust back. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Ubisoft's complete reset? And before I actually leave it to our audience takes, let's see the comments. What they have to say about this. Both leaks I saw looked pretty bad. One was poor graphics overall, and the other was Prince of India with the art direction. Well, they made the right call to cancel the remake, so I guess we can forgive Ubisoft for canceling the game. So that's already a good start for that. Ubisoft is running in debt and saw no profit last year. It's true. Despite having a huge team of 18,000 employees, the revenue is under $2 billion with nothing to show for it in profits. It's wild. With so many studios and people, they could be putting 4 to 5 AAA games a year to boost sales and profit margins. Ubisoft Montreal alone has 4,000 employees, making it the largest in-house gaming studio in the world. After selling all its major franchises and their studios, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Tom Clancy, Prince of Persia to Tencent, it's clear that Ubisoft plans to focus on developing its biggest series while leaving smaller IPs and their teams behind. This means massive layoffs, studio closures, which in fact Ubisoft did mention that they will be closing down more studios, and the cancellation of small projects that won't see the light of day. The company's workforce could drop from 17,000 employees to fewer than 6,000, concentrating solely on Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy. Games like Rayman, Star Wars Outlaws, Avatar, the Anno series, and Brawlhalla may either be shut down or downgraded with much smaller budgets in the future. Well, ironically, all of Ubisoft's most recent major AAA games have failed commercially, while their small IPs such as the Anno series, Just Dance, and Rainbow Six Siege are making money and a small profit. However, because these smaller games have lower budgets and target a niche audience, they cannot generate enough profit to offset the massive multi-million-dollar losses caused by its blockbuster games. There are so many reasons of why Ubisoft is in a bad state. Star Wars Outlaws, commercial failure, Avatar Pandora's Frontiers. It generated 130 million until January 2024, which dropped in sales. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Good game, but poor sales. Skull and Bones, a struggling live service pirate game developed by Ubisoft Singapore. The main reason Ubisoft continues to support it is due to tax credits provided by the Singapore government to keep its local studio running. As people have been talking about that game, not what people is, but the gameplay and story follow the same Ubisoft formula with scenarios. And well, they never revealed the game's total sales, but it did state in its most recent financial report that it did not meet expectations. So it is clear that Assassin's Creed Shadows is a flop. So yeah, that makes sense to what we just read from Striker. So he has a lot of points. So shout out to that commenter, by the way, for summarizing everything. So nice. So thank you, man, for helping me understand this. So that's what I have learned today. And here's another comment. Yup, new Splinter Cell gone. Pop remake gone. BGE2, yup. I do not believe they aren't cancelled BGE2. Uh-oh. I kind of forgot they still exist. Well, there are some people that don't know Ubisoft. And well, Ubisoft better better get comfortable going back. Oh yes, remember the quote when a Ubisoft spokesperson once said, "You, you, if you don't own, if you don't okay, sorry, if you don't, if you're not okay, or should I say, if you're not okay owning the games, you should be comfortable not owning the games." That's what Ubisoft spokesperson said, and people did not like that. Huh. That's why they're mocking it back. Amazing, huh? All right, and well, yeah. All right, now over to our Discord audiences. Do you have any comments on Ubisoft's complete reset? What are your thoughts? Let's start with any of you who are in our audience right now. I'll give you time to share your thoughts. And by the way, we are live on Cool FM and AspRedia, along with this Facebook platforms, TGON Cool FM Manila. Yes, TGON Cool FM Manila, and of course our YouTube channel as Asphere's Cafe, AspRedia. All right, so yep, we have a comment from Thor Racer. Ubisoft is having a moment at the moment after the Assassin's Creed fiasco. Yup, you are right. That's true. You are right. I mean, are we even surprised anymore? And now that Ubisoft is going around and find out that's exactly what they did. So again, while I'm happy that Ubisoft is going with this full reset, I do want to say that they may or may not regain trust, because people's trust on Ubisoft is already long gone, again thanks to a commercial failure of Assassin's Creed Shadows. But with this upcoming reset on Ubisoft, especially with the massive layoffs, I know it sucks to some who are working there, and I do feel so sorry for them who are working for Ubisoft. But if they do get laid off, I feel so sorry for them. But will they find a way to reclaim their trust? That question remains to be unanswered for now. So yeah, let us know in the comment section down below on what are your thoughts of Ubisoft canceling Prince of Persia: Descents of the Remake along with these other games, and a full reset of the company's focus. Alright, let's move on to the next one, and that is 1348 or 1348X Voto, that is set to launch on March 12th for PlayStation 5 and PC. And for those who are expecting Xbox version of the game, we have some bad news. It's now cancelled. So, the previously announced Xbox Series version has been cancelled in order to focus these studios' efforts on delivering the best experience possible for PC and PlayStation. So that is, well, not surprising, because Xbox sales have not been going well, and now that some game publishers are not willing to release their game there on that platform there, so yeah, it really looks like Xbox sales are dying, I am afraid to say. But the said game, which is 1348X Voto, will be launching for PlayStation 5 and PC via Steam and Epic Games Store on March 12th for $25. That is according to a publisher, Dear Villagers, and developer Set Leo. And now, if you're wondering what the heck is this game, well, we will read it to you. So, 1348X Voto is a cinematic action-adventure game. The game takes place in 1348 in medieval Italy and tells the story of Ita, voiced by Albi Baldwin, during her brutal journey across the Italian peninsula to find her closest one, Bianca. Jennifer English, after bandits have raided their village. 1348X Voto is the first project of newly founded studio Set Leo, an Italian team created by Tom Oshino, who is the game director, and Fabiola Martelli, who is a studio director. Tom and Fabiola recruited a team of international AAA veterans to give life to their own stories and high-quality games. As an Italian team, Italy was an obvious choice to set Leo as they wished to create lifelike environments. They spent a lot of time in the rural parts of the peninsula to explore the landscapes and record everything they needed to design an accurate and plus suitable wall to the story they wanted to tell. Then came the choice of the year 1348, which represents the year in Italy history. Following the spread of diseases and pestilence across the country, instability had taken a turn for the worse in the already fragile medieval society. Population faced increased violence and criminality from bandits and mercenaries, while religious zealots ran amok in the region. At the same time, higher stratum suffered from a vacuum of power which led to a rippled leadership. It is in these circumstances that Itia, a young noble, lost trace of her closest one, Bianca, following a bandit's raid on their village. Since Ita had been training to become a knight, she takes on the task to find Bianca herself, which will lead her across a broad journey, exploring and finding her way through medieval Italy to reach her goal. So there is a trailer, and this is from Dear Villagers, and as you can see, there are key features what players can expect with this game. So obviously you get to discover a 14th century inspired Italy, and all of the game elements are inspired by historical European martial arts and a ravaged yet magnificent Italy. How long is this? So basically it's a minute and 10 seconds of the trailer. But anyways, if you're curious what the heck is this game, well, let's play the trailer.
Bianca, where have they taken you? God, hear my vow. Mother, you have given me the courage to be myself. Guide my steps on this forlorn journey. Father, you have taught me honor and respect. Watch upon me now. Let my sword strike true. And those that I have failed today, may I one day be worthy of your forgiveness. Bianca, you are all that is left to me. I shall save you. This, I vow.
Yep, the game is set to be released on March 12th, and as you just saw the trailer, this is what you guys can expect with 1348 or 1348X photo. So what are your thoughts on the set game? Let us know in the comments section down below. Alright, moving on to the next one. Pumukil. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that, but let me try again. Pumukil and the Crown of the Pirate King is set to launch on March 5, and it is a 3D puzzle adventure game. So the set game will launch for Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam on March 5 for $40 or €40, according to THQ Nordic, who is the publisher, and Quantum Frog, who is the developer of the set game. So what is this? Well, the famous German kobold Pumuckl is back with a 3D puzzle adventure game, Pumuckl and the Crown of the Pirate King. The player controls Pumuckl through 3D puzzle levels, plays minigames, solves tricky challenges, and has to defeat scary enemies. There's always a lot going on in Master Eater's workshop, especially when the kobold Pumuckl has to tidy up. But while tidying up, he finds a strange bottle, a ship in a bottle, and something is moving inside. With nerve-wracking curiosity, Pumuckl opens the bottle containing the ship before he can shout, "Darn bottle thing!" The kobold is sucked into a magical vortex directly onto the ship inside the bottle. He wakes up in a magical pirate world that is bigger than it could possibly fit inside any bottle. Here, he meets the quirky and forgetful Captain Krimskrams, who asks for Pumuckl for help. The Pirate King has cursed the ship and hides behind a magical door. Only the golden doubloons can open the door so that Pumokal and Captain Crimscrams can face the king and have him lift the curse. In the pirate world, travel is possible through a magical structure with doors to outer worlds, tropical islands, enchanted ruins, and an enchanted pirate castle, tricky puzzles, skeleton pirates, kobold traps, and mini-games await. Pumokal and Captain Crimscrams everywhere. They are accompanied by the by the cheeky parrot Krakula, who gives helpful tips or is amused by their misadventures. The features you have, obviously puzzle level, mini games, coach cooperative play, parrot clues, enemies, and final boss fight. Well, the trailer is in German, but we can show you a little bit of how the gameplay works. But I will be clearing that in my watch history once I'm done with the coffee. But as you can see, this is what you guys can expect with the Promokal. What's the title again? Promokal and the Crown of the Pirate King. Yeah. So this is how the game looks like. That is developed by THQ Nordic, and basically this is just your typical. Gameplay, and I do believe that the family is going to have a lot of fun playing this. So yeah, overall the gameplay itself looks alright, if I'm gonna be honest with you. So that doesn't look really bad at all. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Pumokal and the Crown of the Pirate King? Let us know in the comment section down below. And finally, before we head to commercial break, we got Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties. And as for the demo, it is set to launch on January 21 for PC and next day for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch 2. So the demo for Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties will launch for PC via Steam on January 21 at 7 a.m. Pacific Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, followed by PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch 2 on January 21 at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, January 22 at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. But that is coming from Sega and developer Ryuga Gotoku. Now, there is a big catchphrase. If you're wondering if the save data can be carried over, nope, it's not going to be carried over. Keep that in mind. They clearly stated there. Save data from the demo cannot be carried over to the full game. So yep, some will be disappointed, of course, but again, this is showcasing the demo of how the game works. So yeah, pretty disappointing. I get it, but I'm pretty sure you're all gonna have a good time if you're a Yakuza fan. Yeah, you're gonna have a good time playing. So, what are your thoughts on the demo that's set to come out? Amidst the safety that not being able to carry over to the full game. But anyways, let us know in the comment section down below. All right, we have less than a minute before 7:45 p.m. and coming later on our coffee, we will be browsing the Reset Era forum. What gamers are discussing as for the first time on Asphere's Cafe, I will be exploring Reset Era. So that is going to be a major thing to happen on our show, as we will be once again, as I will be exploring Reset Era for the first time. It is now 7:44 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and we will now be taking our last commercial break as more gaming headlines and of course browsing Reset Era on what gamers are talking about right here, what gamers are talking about right here on Asphere's Coffee. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back after these messages. So stay along with us right here on Cool FM and As Radio. We will be right back. Alright, welcome back to Asphere's Coffee. It is now 7:55 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and now as we are in the last gap of our show, you know what it is. You know what it is now. It is time for me to explore Reset Era form for the very first time, as we will be looking what gamers are discussing. So let's get into that right now. Alright, so while we wait, again, I want to give my shout out to our Discord audiences who are part of our cafe. That is Alzare, Zalia, and Torracer. Shout out to both of you, man, for showing up on my cafe tonight. So thank you so much for your continued support. All right, so now I got my screen share up, and if you can give me a moment while we configure the screen share. Alright, there it is. So now, let's see what are they talking about right here on the Reset Era. So, what do we have? Okay, so Gennett Park, Wapo Games Creative reveals cancer has returned. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so let's look into this. And this is, I believe, a content creator. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is really concerning news. So, hey guys, just to confirm, this is indeed my fundraiser. I didn't want to ask for help, but I do need it. My cancer is back. I'm going to lobectomy next week, the very same surgery Walter White undergoes. My bills are massive, but this has been an incredible help already. I cannot express how grateful I am. Thank you so much, everyone. So that is Gennett Park, and once again, he's leaving with a stage 4 colon cancer. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that is a very scary. It's a very scary situation. To the point, if you get a cancer, yeah, you are on the life support already. Right. So there is GoFundMe page if you are interested in helping him out. If you are interested in helping him out in funding his cancer treatment, this is the way right here. So this is the story of how he got stage 4 cancer. Well, yeah, he is a game critic at the Washington Post, and as I have said earlier, stage 4 colon cancer. So long story short, he was first diagnosed in June 2022, and after a dozen rounds of chemotherapy and multiple major surgeries, he entered 2023 in remission. Appeared that he was deeply grateful for and hoped would last. Now, in around October 2023, two doctors discovered a tumor in my right lung. It was metastatic colon cancer, not a new lung cancer. It was treated with our cryoablation, allowing him to preserve my lung function. Now, last November, another tumor was found, but this time in his left lung. His cancer has returned again, and it has proven stubborn. And on January 29th, he will undergo a lobectomy to remove an entire lobe of my lung in order to remove the tumor. So yeah, and afterwards, he is expected to receive chemotherapy. While he is incredibly unfortunate to have access to experimental care, the reality is that ongoing treatment, surgery, recovery time, and follow-up costs would cost tens of thousands of dollars over the coming year and beyond. Yeah, I will be praying for. I pray for him that he will be fighting against cancer once again this time. So, best of luck to this. Well, I don't know him, but again, I would say best of luck to this incredible dude who survived cancer, and now he needs to undergo with his cancer again, which really sucks. So yeah, I feel bad for him, and I hope Gennett Park will survive, will fight against cancer for the second time. Man, good luck to him. Good luck to him. So, as you can see, people are saying, yep, F cancer. Kendrick is a really effing great guy from their brilliant time talking to him. I will transfer in a few bucks, and if you can, I hope you do too. Rooting for him again. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it really is a shame, right? So yeah. If you all can give a moment, we hope that he will be that we hope that he can defeat this cancer for the second time. So yeah, I'm rooting for you, man. I am rooting for you, man. You can do this. And well, over to you, Discord audiences. What can you say about Gennett Park's cancer that returned for the second time? It really is. It really is a serious situation. If you get if you do get a cancer, you know it's really scary, right? All right. So yeah, I want to hear from you, Discord audiences. What are your thoughts on this devastating news? And to our live stream viewers and the replay viewers, let us know in the comments section down below. Alright, there are so many questions. Okay, well, this is pretty not a good start for Art Knight and Fields, or Art Knights and Fields. So this is not good. So they have a PayPal bug. If you do link on your PayPal account, of course, well, they somehow can bill you that you did not do. And as you can see in the example, this is how it will look like if you link to your PayPal. Yikes, right? Yikes. And as you can see, at the very least, Gruffline already made a statement about this. So this is what they said. This is what they said. We are aware that some players are currently experiencing issues with PayPal payments, and we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused, and want to assure you that we have immediately begun investigating the matter. Our technical team is actively working to identify and resolve the issue as quickly as possible. Once the problem is resolved, we will notify you promptly. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Well, I hope that they will get a refund as soon as possible, because to me, it is a really scummy move, or I should say, it really is a scummy bug, and should not be published to the game ever on day one. I will be real here. Yeah, it is bad. I agree. It really is bad. But hey, at least they disable PayPal option for now while they're investigating. So good one there. Yeah, incredible F up that they have no idea. Yeah, really. It is really a scummy move. Yep. It really is a scummy move. Alright, moving on to next one. Yep, I did talk about the full company reset a while ago in the second part of the show. So if you haven't, go rewind it in case you missed it. And well, we're gonna be talking about some gacha games, I guess. Another gacha game, and that is Madoka Magica. Well, they do have a formula. So let's go to what's the latest here. Well, apparently, from what I am understanding, people are quite not happy, I guess, based on what I'm reading here. They're saying it's not good. I guess. Alright, let's see what else we have here, and of course, PC questions that don't deserve. Oh, is that you, Vax? Is that you that I watch you? Oh my gosh. Is that you? Wait. Is that you, Vax? Is that you? Is that the same person who does the PC graphics card reviews? Is it this person? I don't know because what I am pretty shocked is I see Vax and they also have a same username also on YouTube, Vax. But I'm not sure if this is the same person on Reset Era, but wow, I want to say the least. But yeah, I didn't know Vax has his own Reset Era account. I'm not sure if this is the same Vax account. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Well, you know what? Well, actually, I might just save this for Tech Cafe next week. But right, we need to look what people are talking about 1348X photo, which in fact I have already covered earlier. So far, people are saying this. So far, one are saying this looks really cool. Looks alright. Crazy that they have just straight up cancelled the previously announced Xbox version. Yeah, as I have previously said it before, poor sales, ladies and gentlemen, poor Xbox console sales might have influenced their decision not to release the game further. I guess that's why. This is giving me Hellblade vibes. I see. Looks really cool. I do agree. Yep, I do agree. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Oh, that is a lot. And it looks like the forum is very active, so that's why some of the posts that I saw in the first page is now over here. Yep, I can tell it's very active. Is this true? HoloLive verse games likely coming to Steam? Well, this was first reported over in r/gaming leaks and rumors, which we will be going through right now. Is it true? Is it true that HoloLive is actually bringing most of their games to Steam? Well, we will find out. But as you are seeing over on gaming leaks and rumors, Holoverse account management team lately just added the following Steam release links into their localized message file. So this gives a hint that HoloLive could be bringing their games to Steam, and I'm looking for it because instead of using their official launchers, they're making their games more accessible. They're making their games more accessible via Steam and especially to Linux. So this is a big deal, as you are seeing here. Anyway, and aside from the first error, you also have this. You have not logged into Steam before. After unlinking, you will be unable to log into Holoverse via Steam. You will be unable to access any characters under... Yeah. Oh hey, oh hey, is that you, Tongo? Hey, hi Tongo. Welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Thanks for stopping by. That's why I stand corrected. I meant to say Holoverse. Yeah, Holoverse. I get it. Oh man. Anyway, but yes, you heard that right. As I just previously mentioned, Yohoverse is. I'm gonna correct this for real this time. Yohoverse could be bringing their games to Steam, and that means for the first time ever, their games will be playable on Linux and Steam Deck. And I guess this is still a good thing. Instead of encouraging people to use their official launchers, they're making their games more accessible, and that's what I am looking forward to that development. Now, I have already read the first error, the second error. Now let me read this. After unlinking, you'll be unable to log into Yohoverse via Steam and then showing your nickname. You'll be unable to access any characters under this Yohoverse account via your Steam after unlinking, and game progress will no longer be synchronized. Hoyoverse account can only be unlinked from a Steam account once within 30 days, and then you have this prompt. Do you wish to proceed? So this is a sign that Yohoverse could be bringing it soon. Yeah, they could. It's a very good chance they could bring it to Steam, and as someone pointed out, Steam release does not equal Steam Deck support. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. But if ever they will bring a native Linux support to their games, that will be a big deal for people who are moving over from Windows to Linux. So that is going to be a very interesting timeline for that. Anyways, what about over on recent era? Well, Steam about to reach 50 million CCU lol. That will be perfect. Being able to play Genshin and CCU on my deck will be the only thing that can get mine to jump back into these games. Yeah, so I guess there are some people that don't use Steam Deck now and it's collecting dust. It's just, and some are questioning right now, is this just to get the audience that refuses to use anything outside of Steam? And the answer probably is yes. Or people that just massively prefer Steam. And no doubt there will be a significant number of people that either never heard of these games or didn't know they were on PC until they hit Steam. This list is about to change dramatically. Oh yes! Oh yes! So this is the most played games right now. Mark my words, okay? Mark my words. Mark my words. If they're really going to overtake the top 10, well, this is going to be funny. Yes, this is going to be funny if Steam's most played games will be overtaken by Holoverse or Hoyoverse. Oh my gosh, I wanna hear from the live chat, and looks like someone just leave a comment, and judging by the username Thomas Friends P3, hi, hello man, welcome to Asphere's Cafe. I hope you're having a good time, and I hope you're enjoying my content on how I cover the gaming news. And to those who are new to Asphere's Cafe, I do tech news every Mondays and Tuesdays, anime and Japanese pop culture on Wednesdays, and gaming news on Thursday. Now, about the fate on Friday, about the fate for whether I will be going live tomorrow, I will be announcing that before the end of the show, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled on that. But again, for the topics that I talk about on my show, Mondays and Tuesdays, it will be technology, anime and Japanese pop culture on Wednesdays, and gaming on Thursday. Now, look at this chart, huh? This is the current chart you are seeing right now, and all of these are most played games. Number 1 currently being Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, Arc Raiders, Marvel Rivals. You get the idea. Yep, as once again Retails pointed out, this list is about to change dramatically. Gonna be fun to see how many of the top 10s will just be Holo stuff. Oh my god. OMG. OMG. We will wait and see if this is true. We will wait and see. We will find out. We will find out, huh? We will just wait and see if this is true. Jeez. I wonder. No wonder, huh? No wonder. Anyways, let me just double check what I'm doing here. Oh, anyways, all right. So, let's see what are they saying here. Despite its reputation, I highly recommend ZZZ if you enjoy character action games. Well, if you don't know what ZZZ stands for, it's called Zenless Zone Zero, right? Yep, that's what Zenless Zone Zero stands for. Anyways, ladies and gents, take this with a grain of salt, and I could already expect an announcement of Yohoverse coming to Steam soon. So mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. When do you guys what do you guys can expect the announcement of Yohoverse games coming to Steam? You all can start predicting now. You all can start predicting now in the live chat and to our fellow Discord audiences. All right, let's start with the live chat over on YouTube. Yeah, let's start with over the live chat on YouTube. What is your prediction on Yohover's announcement that their games are coming to Steam? Let's start with the live chat, and then we will head over to Discord audiences. All right, you know what? Let's call it all of you. Live chat on YouTube live chat and Discord audiences. What are your predictions that Yohoverse will be bringing their games to Steam? All right, so we got Tongo saying, All right. In the meantime, let's see what Discord audiences we have. We still have Alzalia and Toracer. All right. So let me talk to Toracer. Toracer, what is your prediction, or what are your predictions on when or on how Yohoverse will or when will Yohoverse announce that their games will be coming to Steam? What are your predictions, Toracer? That's what I will be expecting. All right. So for Tongo Su, he said it wouldn't be surprising that Yoho games will overtake the top 10. I guess again, someone made a prediction that it could overtake the most played games, and my God, if this is true, I will be shocked to hear that. And for Toracer, he said, not much. All right, so that's audience's takes on the, and maybe the predictions on when will Yohoverse bring their games to Steam. All right, so now let's move on to another one and see what else do we have. Of course, this is the tech news which I have already talked about on, I think, around Tuesday. So if you want to hear me discussing that news, go to the Tuesday episode of Asphere's Cafe. That is January 20, 2026. All right, still looking. Which one I can talk about in this form? EB Games proposes closing all New Zealand stores. Okay. Now we're talking. So EB Games has today announced that it will likely be closing all New Zealand stores and its distribution center. EB Games currently has 38 stores in New Zealand, and it has deemed that the New Zealand business is no longer viable. At this stage, it is just a proposal, and EB Games has entered into a full consultation process with all of the affected New Zealand team members. At the time of writing, Australian stores and the larger Australian business is impacted at a wide level. So this is what EB Games wrote a letter. This is what EB Games wrote in a letter. Regrettably, we are writing to advise you that we have commenced consultation with our New Zealand employees today regarding our proposal to close the EB Games New Zealand business, including all stores and the distribution center. While the Australian business has had significant success and is not impacted, unfortunately, we no longer believe the New Zealand business is viable. This proposal is not final, and no decision will be made until we have completed a full consultation process in good faith with all affected NC team members who we are supporting through this process. We will provide a further update when we are able to at the conclusion of consultation. Yikes. I wonder how people are doing over in New Zealand, huh? I mean, I do feel bad. I mean, the state of the New Zealand. I mean, let's be real here because the atmosphere in New Zealand is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good, but if you are aware what happened to TV channels in New Zealand like TV3 or 3NZ, well, they got sold off to Sky NZ, and now and even so with their newscast, um, what I forgot is that um, wait a minute, what's the 3NC news again? Because I know the situation in New Zealand is not really good in terms of economy lately because yeah. What's the newscast back then? What was their newscast way back then? Let me see. Content. Oh wait. Why is it broadcast by Skyfree? Hold on. Oh, there it is. All right. So 3 News. Oh, there it is. So that's what I'm talking about. News Hub. So News Hub was once a newscast in 3NZ back then, and again, the financial so due to the financial situation, they had to shut down News Hub, and that's what happens. And now, back to the topic with this same scenario in the video game store, they are also really planning to close down shops as well. It's really sad. It's really sad to see. So, I wonder to New Zealand viewers, how do you feel about this? Because it is really bad. It's really disappointing, ladies and gentlemen. It's really disappointingly. Yeah, it's really disappointing. So, unfortunately, EB Dying won't bring Central Park back. Confirmed to be happening, and as reported already by a New Zealand publication, all EB Games stores in NZ to close at the end of the month. Yikes! The end, huh? I feel bad for Kiwis out there. Yeah, I really feel bad for Kiwis. To say who went to Kiwis who are enthusiastic about video games. Yeah, it's really a final nail in the coffin, and I feel so sorry for Kiwis that they're losing EB Games. Well, it's good to see. Well, I'm so pleased to hear that EB Games will be around for us in Australia for longer. ENZ is out of luck. So yeah, what are your thoughts on EB Games closing down New Zealand business? And I am afraid to say this, it's a bad sign. So let us know in the comment section down below what are your thoughts on that. And of course, to our live chat viewers, what are your thoughts as well? And to our Discord audiences, what do you think about this? Oh man, I really feel bad for Kiwis. It sucks. Really sucks to be Kiwi today, right? All right, we are now less than 6 minutes before we wrap our coffee, and I'll be done before at 8:27. So I have a announcement for tomorrow. So look out! You have to keep your eyes peeled. That. So yeah. Anyway. Let's see what else we can talk about. I'm running out of time, so let's see what else we can talk about here. Wait a minute, Disney did list a bunch of games on Steam with no warning, while Split Second is still safe, thankfully. But why? Why though? Wait, why? Disney has listed a few games on Steam. The affected games are Phineas and Ferb New Inventions, Disney's Hercules Action Game, Stun Island, Afterlife, Disney Cars Classics, Cars, Radio Space Adventure, Disney Story Pack, Toy Story Mania, Disney Winnie the Pooh, Disney Flight and Racing, Disney Planes, Armed and Dangerous, Chicken Little Ace in Action, and Finding Nemo. Why though? Why? Bruh, why though? But thank God Split Second is not affected. That's good. At least Split Second isn't affected. Good, but damn. Why is Disney doing this? Jesus Christ. But people are saying, yeah, oh no. But again, seeing Phineas and Ferb new inventions being delisted, nah bro, come on. Why are they doing that? Why is Disney suddenly doing this? Bruh. Really, bruh. Anyways, but yeah, what are your thoughts what are your quick thoughts on this? It's not good for Disney, of course. Alright, it is now 8:26 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, and it looks like we only have one audience in our stage, but it's okay. At least I got a viewer who is watching our cafe, and of course to Tour Racer who is still around in our Discord audience. So shout out to both of you, and once again that is Tonkotsu and Tour Racer. Right. So Tonkotsu on YouTube and Tour Racer on Discord. So shout out to both of you. I really appreciate you all for stopping into my cafe until the very end. So thank you so much for your continued beloved, for your unwavering support and trust you have shown to us. And I hope you all can keep it up until next week, because yeah, I have plenty of topics to talk about that I could talk. So you might not want to miss our cafe for next week. Okay, so now as we are about to conclude our night in our cafe, well, I have a big announcement. What will be the fate for the Friday episode of Asphere's Cafe? Well, it is a difficult decision for me to do that I will have to temporarily suspend live airings of Asphere's Cafe on Fridays due to Dream Car Karaoke being unavailable in my cafe and indefinitely, along with other DTO radio activities until further notice. So starting tomorrow, so starting tomorrow, every Fridays until further notice, you will not get to see us live every Fridays until Dream Car returns on Thursday by cafe. So yeah, and it also has to do with Dream Car focusing on academic reasons, and of course he is taking an indefinite break from TGON radio. So while the decision was difficult to say, I hope you all can respect Dream Car's decision as well. So yeah, on behalf of Asphere's Cover team, thank you all for your continued support and for your wavering support, and of course, as we always bring the fun moments of our cafe, whether it's news, whether it's a gaming, tech, and anime and pop culture news. Also, the random moments that we always do every Fridays, but now, tomorrow, until further notice, for only Fridays though, we're not going to be live. So tomorrow will be the replay of Asphere's Coffee from last week that will be aired on Cool FM and As Radio. It is now a minute before 8:30 p.m. and Tonkosu said thanks for the radio episode. So no problem, man. I'm glad you really enjoyed it again, and I hope you will come back to my show again next week, because we always cover our usual topics right here on the cafe. So I don't know what I'll be cooking, but yeah, we will see how that goes. Okay, exactly 8:30 p.m. and that is all for Asphere's Cafe tonight. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And tomorrow we will be on the replay mode for Friday airings of Asphere's Cafe until further notice. So you will not get to witness live on Fridays as it goes. But again, Dreamcar is taking a break, so I had to like make a difficult decision. And of course, I don't have anything to talk on Friday. So yeah, Friday is pretty much a random stuff that I might not have anything in store for tomorrow anyway. So yeah. All right. So supposedly for Cool FM listeners, later on Cool FM, Cool FM chairman Argentina will be taking over the Cool FM again until Talk with Sen starts. So until before Talk with Sen. So well, I'll keep it on standby until Argentina returns to the voice channel for the takeover before Talk with Sen. So yeah, well, on Nas Radio and DCX coming up next is Salita na Masanas Replay. So yeah, this has been Asphere's Cafe. I'm Caro, and the cafe is now closed. We will be seeing you tomorrow, and shout out to TVH Network viewers for the last time this morning. I hope you can find me again or find us again at a new time slot that is taking place at late night. That is 1 a.m. starting next week. With that, the cafe is over. See you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Bye bye, everyone. See you next week. Goodbye.
Asphere's Cafe has served its last country for the night. Produced by AspMedia and TGON